Welcome to Diamond Victoria Glimmers. There's a lot of ish going on in this world, so let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, so if you've seen Love is Blind, you would know about the Tyler situation, okay? And this is happening way more often than we probably know about. We're just knowing about this situation because this dude was on a reality show, all his business done got out there, and yada, yada, yada. But the deadbeat epidemic, honey. The deadbeat epidemic. It is an epidemic out here. It's a disease out here of people having kids and then they don't want to take care of their kids. Like, why are you having unprotected sex? Have a baby. You knew what was going to happen when you decided not to protect yourself. Have a baby with someone, create a child with somebody, and then you want to chuck a deuce when the situation no longer benefits you. Or, as he said in this latest interview,
I'm saying, what do you want?
I want them to have their family and leave me alone.
Okay.
That's honestly what I want. Because at this point, even if I put in the back of my mind that I can have a relationship with them, I wouldn't want to be attached to that family. Not the kids per se, because again, innocent kids, beautiful kids.
No, but you just said attached to their family. No kids are attached to the family.
I'm just saying, but they come with
it don't
everyone
matter.
else.
I would never prioritize the feelings that I have for a bad relationship over my kids.
I don't want to be attached to that family, referring to his baby mother's family. So he'd rather just cut the damn kids off. Now, what kind of ish is that? So let me back it up for the people that don't know. On Love is Blind, season 7, there is Tyler and Ashley. They ended up getting married on the show. And long story short, Tyler told people, I guess the producers, he told his wife that basically he was a sperm donor for a lesbian couple. And then the lesbian couple divorced. And so he feels he's not responsible for being the father of the 3 children that were created, because in his perspective, or the lie that he's trying to push, because it is a lie, he's saying that the children are the responsibility of the woman that he donated to and her ex-wife. And so the baby mama comes out and she's like, no. You were the sperm donor to baby number 1. But baby number 2 and 3, we conceived naturally, and you are the father. So you need to step up and be the father. And so people are asking, they're like, why are people attacking Ashley, which is Tyler's wife? She's the one that married him on Love is Blind. They're like, why are people attacking Ashley? She doesn't have anything to do with this. But I'm going to put blame on her as well. I'm going to tell y'all what she should be doing. She should be advocating for this woman and her children. Because as soon as this man that she's married to no longer wants to like her, or no longer likes her, or wants to be bothered with her, because it's always a perpetual cycle. And I think that's what a lot of women, y'all have got to stay away from these type of men. If this man you're with doesn't care to be in his children's lives, and he wants to create excuses for why he can't be present, and you know, the baby mama is mean to me, or she makes it difficult for me, or whatever the lie is, the excuse is, and you sit up there and stay with him knowing damn well he's not a present father, what do you think he's going to do to you? Just because you have him in this moment doesn't mean you can't be in this woman's shoes someday. Like, she thinks it's all cool and cute that her husband is not being present in the lives of his children because she don't want to deal with those kids. Let's just be honest. But they were here before you, sweetie. So by default, you need to accept that since you want to be married to this man. And if he's a real man, there's no way in hell he'll have children out here and not want to be a part of their lives, no matter the circumstance of how they came to be. Because he participated in the creation of these kids willfully, consensually. So why is it now okay that he's married and he don't want to be bothered with the kids anymore? And that's okay. Because he wants to move on with his life without his kids. Girl, what the hell? And this happens so much, y'all. Like, there are so many children, these poor babies out here that are being raised by one parent, and the other parent is just neglecting their responsibility completely and going about living their best life while their child is out here. And they don't give a damn. And the accountability needs to really be drilled into Tyler and Ashley, because the fact is, not that I don't want to just put everything on Ashley, but the fact is, in this situation here, Tyler stopped seeing his kids after he got married. There's a direct correlation there. So he was playing an active parental role before he got married to Ashley. So that tells me, most likely, she gave him an ultimatum of, I don't want to deal with these kids, so you need to do what you need to do to cut ties, or this ain't gonna work. And so in his mind, he's like, well, for me to keep my wife, let me get out of this situation. When these are your children, dude. Like, these are your kids, sir. You are the father. You signed the birth certificate. What the hell? I will never understand it. And then you'll have people say, oh, well, you know, I didn't have my father present, or whatever the situation was. I didn't have well, how did that make you feel though? Did that make you feel good? That you didn't have your daddy present, so you're going to do the same thing and create the same cycle and keep the cycle going because you went through something? Like, what is with that mentality that some people have, that because they lacked something as a child, that then means their child has to lack the same thing, instead of making a better future for their child and giving their child what they didn't have? They then want to basically punish a child for something that they went through, and project their issues and their shortcomings and how they felt in their childhood onto their own seed. And then it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going. And, you know, there is such an uptick of mental illnesses and mental, just a lot of people lacking mental clarity. And the only thing I can think of, like a big part of it, in my opinion, is because the nuclear family, at least in the Black community, has really been damn near destroyed. Like, every day you're seeing Black women carrying these children and the father is not present. Like, y'all aren't even together through the pregnancy. And we've made this acceptable in our culture. Like, this is the baby mama culture now. Like, having kids, just to have kids, having unprotected sex with people that are not your spouse, that you know there's no hope for them to be your spouse, that you know if a situation pops off and that positive pregnancy stick pops up, they gonna be gone. Like, you know this, but y'all still doing it anyway. I don't understand. Like, so in this situation, going back to the Tyler situation, my controversial opinion on it is, honestly, I feel bad for the children. Always, I feel bad for the children. But I don't feel bad for the baby mother. I don't feel bad for the lesbian baby mom. And the reason being is, it came out that she had been sleeping with him throughout the duration of the marriage, from what I've seen, at least. And basically, Tyler was supposed to be the sperm donor for the first baby. However, the wife of the lesbian found out that the conception dates did not match up. So therefore, light bulb, they were creeping. So you went on to do that to your wife and then proceed to have 2 more children with him. I think they're twins, but proceed to sleep with him unprotected again and create more children. But then you want sympathy from people. I have no sympathy for you, girl. 0%. Nada. None. 0, because you put yourself in a situation, so now you have to live with it. You know that wasn't your man, so why are you sleeping with that man? Because at the end of the day, as women, when stuff happens like this, we have to take the brunt of it. We have to be the ones to step up, no matter what, because it starts within our body. We take on all the risk with a pregnancy. Even if you have a supportive partner, you're the one still taking the risk with your life. Because something, God forbid, could happen throughout the pregnancy. And my mindset always has been, if I'm going to be with someone, like, this is always my mindset with it. Like, if you're going to be with someone, make sure, or if you're going to be with someone like long term, if you're like considering this person as a potential spouse, potential partner, whatever, maybe a potential future father or mother of your child, I always think of, if something happens to me, am I going to be confident that this person is going to be the parent that my child deserves? And if you're like iffy on that, you're like, I don't really know, then you shouldn't be entertaining unprotected sex with a person. You shouldn't be entertaining a relationship with the person if you want children. Because then you find yourself in this exact situation where she's basically, the baby mother is begging for this man to be a part of her children's lives, and he doesn't want to. And I'm sorry, my attitude is as well, if you don't want to be there, then don't be there. Because there have been so many women that are forcing their child onto the father, and then God forbid something pops off, like the father does something to the child to harm the child because they don't want to be bothered. And it's very sick, but like, it's honestly a danger to push or force your child onto the other parent that has made it very clear they don't want to be involved. It's sad, it sucks for the child, but to protect the child's safety, if I were her, I would just leave him alone. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I'm not going to force, like, is it wrong? Does he need to contribute to the children financially? Absolutely. But if he doesn't want to be physically present and really invest in these children, she needs to back off and leave him alone. Because the last thing she needs is for him to get those kids. And then, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, say that he's going to do something to the kids, but I'm just saying that has happened time and time again. And so to prevent anything with the kids going left or their safety, if I were her, I would be like, you know what? Let me just collect this check and let me go on. And I wouldn't even want my children around his wife, Ashley, because the fact that you could be with a man, never will understand it. Once again, the fact that you can be with a man knowing he's a deadbeat, or be with a woman knowing she's a deadbeat, there's something mentally wrong with you. There's something mentally wrong there. Because no way in hell I'm standing by a man and he has kids and I'm okay with him not being present in their lives. The fuck? That's insanity. Oh, hell no. So let me know y'all comment or your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel bad for women that go into a situation knowing that the guy is not going to be a good father and they get pregnant and they're having unprotected sex with them? Do you sympathize? And if you do, share your side of it, because I like to hear about that, because I don't have the sympathy for her or for women in these situations, because at the end of the day, I'm always thinking about the children, and you should be thinking about the child before they're even really conceived. Like, what is in the best interest of my future child? What situation I want to bring my child into? And if you decide to still bring them into that situation, I feel bad for the children, but I feel like whatever comes of that, it comes of it. And I can't really feel bad for you. And then on the flip side, do you relate to Tyler? Maybe you're seeing a perspective I don't see. I don't get how you can have children and not want to be a part of their lives. They're a part of you. I always say, if you don't want to be a part of your child's life, who is an extension of you by default, then you don't love yourself. Because how could you not love or fight for an extension of you? Don't get that. So once again, drop a comment below. What is your perspective on the situation? Do you feel bad for the baby mama or any baby mamas in a situation where they're begging for the father to be involved and they don't want to be involved? Do you feel bad for them? And then on the other side, can you relate to Tyler? He's saying that she's toxic. He's saying the family is toxic. He doesn't want to be involved in that. Is he wrong for that? Comment below, y'all, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's talk about it. See y'all next time.